Just a few quick reminders before diving into today's video. Guys, do not forget about the Discord link down in the description below. It's filled with a bunch of amazing people sharing the hobby that we love so much. And if that interests you, guys, link down in the description below. The other thing, guys, stick around to the end of the video to find out if you guys won last week's giveaway. And if you want to find out how to enter this week's giveaway, again, stick around to the end of the video. That's it. Let's go ahead and dive in to today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel. And guys, welcome back for another Wednesday pull list, which is your hype video for New Comic Book Day, which this week is March 27th of 2024. And guys, my whole job in today's video is to get you pumped and excited about all the books that I'm excited about, because that's what this video is about. Me getting you excited about the books that I'm excited about. And just in case you guys don't have these books already on your pull list, I hope I get you so excited that you are running down to your local LCS, or at least calling them or texting them or emailing them, doing something so that way you can make sure that you get the same books that I'm excited about. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and check out my pull list, which will be there in just a second. Now, as you guys can see, this pull list is pretty decent. It's not huge, it's not small, it's a pretty decent sized pull list for me. But you guys can't see what these books are right now, so let me go ahead and throw them up on screen. Now guys, there are a total of 17 books on my pull list, and if you take that into consideration for all the books that are coming out this week, which there are a total of 101 total comics being released this week, which is just crazy, 101, and I'm only picking up 17 of them. But guys, let's go ahead and break down my list a little bit more. Guys, there are 2 new number 1s, and I'm picking up 4 DC comics, 6 Marvel comics, and 7 independent titles. And guys, I read all the previous issues to the books that you see on screen right now, so every single one of these books could make the top 3 list. All right, guys, let's not waste any more time. There is no chopping block because I am enjoying all the stories in the books that are on my pull list this week, so we can go ahead and dive right into my cover lever picks. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and dive right into these covers because there's a lot of really good artwork coming out this week. And first up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3 with the variant cover done by Mike Del Mundo. I absolutely love Mike Del Mundo as an artist, and this cover right here is so freaking cool, and it does homage a previous issue of Spider-Man, and I'll make sure I put that up on screen right now, but this is such a gorgeous cover. Now guys, next up is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 46 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Michael Cho. This cover is just different and it stood out to me, and I think that's really cool. When a cover for Amazing Spider-Man can be different and normally stands out, and this one is actually pretty cool in my opinion. Now guys, next up is Rise of the Powers of X issue number 3 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Nicoletta Balderi. I think this cover is really cool, and if I can find it for a decent price, I might pick it up. It's a Virgin, it's got Polaris, and it's just, I don't know. It's just something about this cover that is really cool, and I really like it. Guys, let me know down in the comments below if you guys are liking this cover as well. Next up, we got Harley Quinn issue number 38 with the cover C variant, which is the Women's History Month variant done by Sozo Micah. We got Harley Quinn. She's in a cowgirl outfit. What is not to like? Guys, let me know if you don't like this down in the comments below, but I know almost all of you do. The guys, next up is Superior Spider-Man issue number 5 with the variant cover done by Linnell Francis Yu. This cover is so cool. Linnell Francis Yu does not get enough love for everything he does over at Marvel Comics. He does so many amazing covers. He's done so many books. He's done the interior art for so many books, and he's just a fantastic artist, and this cover right here is really freaking cool. Now guys, next up is Superior Spider-Man issue number 5 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Ryan Brown. I've been showing this cover off for a while, and I still love it. It is so freaking good. Ryan Brown is one hell of an artist. Next up is X-Men 90 97, issue number 1, with the variant cover in the 1 in 100 Virgin Ratio variant done by Ben Harvey. And again, I've been showing this cover off for a while. It's been on the previews, it's been on FOC, and now it's on New Comic Book Day because the artwork is so freaking good. Now guys, next up is a new cover that I think just got released a little while ago. This is Power Girl issue number 7, the cover C variant done by Jay Lee. It's gorgeous. If you guys were in the Discord, you will see that I posted this and I was like, how did I miss this cover? Because how did I miss this cover? Because it is so good. Now guys, next up after that is Power Girl issue number 7 with the cover D variant, which is the Women's History Month variant done by Sozo Micah. And again, Sozo Micah doing her thing. This is a gorgeous cover. Now guys, next up is Spider-Punk Arms Race issue number 2 with the variant cover done by Ryan Stegman. I'm a big fan of Ryan Stegman, and I'm really excited that he's going to be the interior artist for the new X-Men run, and I got my fingers crossed that that's actually going to be a really good book. But guys, this cover right here for Spider-Punk is so cool. Now next up is another cover for Spider-Punk Arm Race issue number 2. This is the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Mateos Manhani? I do not know how to pronounce this young man's name or older man's name, whoever. This cover is so good. I really like this cover. And if I see it for a decent price, I might try to snag it because, I don't know. I think it's really cool. Guys, what do you think about this cover? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, next up is Jackpot in Black Cat issue number 1 with the cover A done by Adam Hughes. Come on. It's Adam Hughes. Obviously, it's going to be on the cover lover list. Now, guys, the last cover that I want to share with you guys is actually a new number 1 title that I'm really excited about. I actually read this issue already because the writer sent me a preview issue. Guys, this is Morning Star issue number 1, the Mad Cave web store variant done by Tula Latte. It's Tula Latte. It's gorgeous, and this is such a cool book. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it in just a second. All right, guys, those are all my cover lover picks for this week. Now, if you guys would like, you guys can leave a comment down below letting me know which one was your favorite, or if I missed a cover that you really like, and put the hashtag #ILoveComicBooks, and you guys will get an entry into next week's giveaway. But guys, let's go ahead and check out the new number 1 that I'm so excited about that you guys should be excited about as well. Alright guys, so there is a new number 1. There's actually 2 new number 1s on my pull list. Let's briefly mention the first one, and that is Sam and Twitch Case Files issue number 1. I'm a huge fan of Sam and Twitch from the Spawn universe. They're coming back for their own ongoing series. It's going to be written by Todd McFarlane, and it's going to have art by Simon Kordensky. I'm so excited for this book. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm a big fan of the Spawn universe. I have been collecting it for a very long time. I haven't read a single issue in a very long time. I collect Spawn, Gunlinger Spawn, King Spawn, Spawn, Scorch, whatever it is. I collect them all. But this one I'm actually going to dive into because I think the characters of Sam and Twitch are really freaking cool. And it's going to have artwork by Simon Kordensky. Come on, get pumped, get excited, pick up the book. But guys, this next book, it's an independent. It's from Mad Cave Studios. And it's coming from a writer duo that one of the writers is one of my favorite. Period. He is such a cool writer. His name is David Andry. He's our best friend. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you guys will know he's been on the channel multiple times, come on Comics and Beer, had drinks with us, talked about all of the books that he's been writing. And this one, he's been teasing to me for a very long time. Now, I've got the preview issue for this a while ago. I've read it 3 times now, and every single time I read it, it's absolutely fantastic. And guys, I'm talking about Morning Star issue number 1. Now, the other part of the writing duo is Tim Daniel. Tim and David have been writing a bunch of books as of lately. I'll try to put some of those up on screen right now, and they are doing a fantastic job with everything that they are doing. Now, they are teaming up with the artist of Marco Finnegan, and the art in this book is really stinking good. So good. It definitely elevated their story because his artwork was so engaging. Such a great artist, such a great book. But let me go ahead and read the synopsis to you guys. It's 1956. Kootenai National Forest, Montana. When smoke jumper Nathaniel Garrett perishes in a raging wildfire, his surviving family's hopes and happiness turn to ashes. Now, 1 year following Nathan's death, wife and mother of 2, Jolene Garrett, takes her crumbling family to Morning Star Lookout, seeking solace through closure to scatter her husband's remains. But something far beyond the reach of their wildest imaginations awaits the Garrett family in the Montana wilderness. something more powerful than their anguish and torment, something that transcends space and time. No telephones, no electricity, no transportation, no escape. Now, having read the first issue, that synopsis is giving you just this little nugget of what this story could and should be. Now, I don't know if this is going to ruin it for you guys, because I'm not going to give you any detail for this new number one beyond this one little nugget that I'm going to add to it. But this is a sci-fi book. So sci-fi with those little nuggets, just try to think about it. This amazing artist, this amazing writing duo, sci-fi, fire, regret, remorse, so many things. Oh, it's such a good book. It is such a good book. I wish I could tell you more, but I'm not going to, because you guys should get down to the store, pick this up, and just know that if you read Resident, that this is going to be one hell of a story, because this felt a lot like Resident. It really did. It doesn't have like crazy, like, you know, zombies, but it's sci-fi, and it's about a family with like just dealing with this heavy weight, and the beginning of this story is so good because we follow Nathan and we see what happens, and it totally sets up this crazy, oh, it's so good. So good. All right, guys, Morningstar issue number one. There are some crazy good variants. The cover B is done by Skylar Patridge. Now, Skylar Patridge did team up with David for the second half of his Resident run, which is really stinking good. Now, there is an amazing Tula Latte web store variant. There is another web store variant that I don't really like, and there's also an SDCC variant that I think that was already released last year. But guys, this book is a must-have pickup. It is so good. I absolutely love this book, and you guys have to be picking it up and supporting our best friend, David Andry. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the top 3 books that I think you guys have to be picking up this week because the stories are so freaking good. All right, guys, sitting in the number 3 spot is Duke issue number 4. Now, this is coming from the writer of Joshua Williamson and art by Tom Riley, and this is going to have colors by Jordi Belair and letters by Russ Wooten. Now, guys, if you guys are not reading anything within the Energon universe, I gotta tell you guys, you're missing out on some really cool, fun, nostalgic stories. I love G.I. Joes, and you know what? This is bringing me back into that world, and it's so good. Now, when I say I love G.I. Joes, I love playing with them. I remember watching the cartoon, but my memories of the actual characters themselves and the cartoons are very slim. Like, it's slim to none. But I remember the, like, you know, the theme song, and I remember the main characters, and Duke was obviously one of the main characters. But not having strong memories of them, Joshua Williamson is doing a fantastic job of slowly introducing the world of G.I. Joes. And it's fantastic because I'm getting sucked into these characters again. And in issue number 3, he did a great job of like really reminding you what the character of Duke is and like why he is who he is, and it was fantastic. And then we got some other characters in there. We got the Baroness in there, and then the last panel in issue number 3 was so good. This is a great book, guys. Great book. And in issue number 4, the synopsis reads, Duke is close to discovering the truth about the alien robots that have landed on Earth, but who or what is Mars? Really cool setup. I don't know. I am so pumped for this. I'm just sad this is only a 6-issue miniseries. This should be an ongoing, or maybe this is going to roll over into the main G.I. Joe title, but I know they have more spin-offs with other creatives doing different characters, so maybe they're just going to do a bunch of different characters and then maybe bring them all together. Who knows? I don't know. I wish I was part of that hive mind that is Robert Kirkman, because I would love to know the inner workings of this world and how it's going to happen. But guys, Duke, issue number 4, make sure you guys are reading this series. If you're not, I'm talking to my best friend Josh, because you need to get caught up, man. This is such a good series. But guys, yeah, Duke number 4, pick it up. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next book, which is the number 2 book that I think you guys have to be reading this week because the story is so freaking good. All right, guys, the number 2 book this week is Gods, issue number 6. Now, this is coming from the writer of Jonathan Hickman, art by Valerio Schittis, colors by Marte Garcia, and letters by Travis Lanham. Now, guys, if you're not reading this book, I mean, you're way behind. This is issue number 6, and this book is so good. And it's a Jonathan Hickman story, so there's a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to know. And I feel bad for you, because if you're not reading this, you're missing out on one hell of a story. Before I go into why I like this book so much, I just gotta let you know, the artwork by Valerio Schiti is so freaking good. Him and Pepe Larraz over at Marvel Comics are absolutely just like crushing it. They're such great artists, and their storytelling is so amazing through their artwork. It's so good. There were some crazy things that happened in issue number 5, and Valerio Schiti's artwork just helped bring the absolute bananas to it. It was so good. But let me give you a brief synopsis that happened in issue number 5. Now, I'm not going to tell you the whole entire thing, but just know that there are two organizations. There is the powers that be, which are like the magical side of things, and then there's the natural order of things. I'm looking down because I got the page that tells you the characters and what side they belong to, because I keep on forgetting because there's so many things to take in, but the story is so good. So the powers that be, like I said, are the magical things. And there's this character called Maya de Maria. Now, she is a new character to this series, so her first appearance was, like, I believe, in issue number 2 or something, and she's supposed to be like this really crazy, powerful wizard. But in a previous issue, one of the characters named Accio, which she's part of the natural order of things, actually went and found Maya and basically ruined her chances of becoming one of the powers that be. And that was like the big moment in issue number 5, and it was like, wait, what? And obviously, Maya's gonna overcome that. But the way Jonathan Hickman set up that whole story through the first 5 issues was absolutely fantastic, because you didn't see it happening. You weren't prepared for it, and then when Win, which is the avatar of the powers that be, lets Maya have that information, it was like a bomb. Like a bomb just went off, and it was on the final page of the book. Oh, it's so good. Now, the next issue, I believe, is going to focus on Accio and the bad thing that she did, which I think is going to be, you know, tampering with one of the powers that be. And I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. This is like Jonathan Hickman goodness. This is so good. I'm loving it. I hope you guys are reading this, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am about this story, because he's introducing new characters to the Marvel Universe that are really, really cool. And I love that Win is like basically like kind of like a copy of Doctor Strange, but cooler, in my opinion. I think like way cooler, but it's so good. Read this book. Read this book. Support Jonathan Hickman, even though I don't know if he needs the support. He's such a popular writer, but I love it. And I love Pepe Larraz, and I love everything about this book. Read the book. Now, the variant covers for this aren't fantastic. None of the variant covers for any of these issues have been all that good, and that's okay, because the story is selling itself, and I would just pick up the cover A, even though the Mark Brooks headshots really aren't that bad. But for me, it's going to be cover A, and read the story. All right, guys, that is the number 2 book. Let's go ahead and move over to the next one, which is the number 1 book that you guys have to be reading this week, because the story is the best coming out this week. I know all of you, every single viewer that is watching this video still right now, know what the number 1 book is going to be. Everyone is just ecstatic about this universe, which is the Ultimate Universe over at Marvel Comics. And coming out this week is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3 from the writer of Jonathan Hickman, art by Marco Cicchetto, colorist Matt Wilson, and letters by Corey Petit. Guys, this book, it's so good. It is so good. I just like raved about Gods by Jonathan Hickman. And now Ultimate Spider-Man, my copy of issue number 2 is over there. But it's so good. And issue number 2 did some really fantastic things. It reminded you that there is this organization of evil bad guys that are controlling the universe. And we got a scene with the Kingpin in this character that is like in charge of America, and basically he was reminding Kingpin that he's the boss, and if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, the Kingpin is gonna get reprimanded. And do you ever reprimand the Kingpin? So I think there's gonna be some really good things there. We got this really cool moment where the kids of Spider-Man, because he does have 2 kids, I don't remember their names, I'm reading too many books, I can't keep all the information in my head, but there's a scene where they're looking at the news, and the daughter is like scared of this new character, of this new person that's flying around in this black suit, which is Spider-Man, by the way. Not Venom suit, just Spider-Man in this black suit, and the daughter's scared. And then later in the book, we see Spider-Man and, actually, I'm going too far. I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's so many good moments of family moments, like actual humanized character family moments between these people, between the characters in this book, which are so great. And we don't get that in a lot of stories. We don't. And it's really great to see that in a book like this. And then we also get twists on characters, because there's the Green Goblin, which is going to be a good guy, a hero. And Spider-Man is going to team up with the Green Goblin in issue number 3. And then it looks like they're going to fight Bullseye and possibly another character, which might be Rhino, which you can see on a variant cover, which is like the Ultimate Special cover or something. Looks really cool. But there's also a great relationship between Jonah J. Jameson and Uncle Ben, which is really freaking cool because they're starting their own paper. Oh no, it's just... Guys, this book is so good. There's so much hype around this book because the story is so good. Not because of the art, because Marco Checchetto is an amazing artist, but he's also off the book after issue number 3. And we're getting a different artist, which is a total bummer because he's a perfect match for Jonathan Hickman in this story. It's so good. But hopefully the next artist is also really good. But I don't think I have anything else to say. This story is just leading in a way that is absolutely fantastic, and I love it. I love every part of it. Now, there are some variant covers. There's a lot of variant covers. There's 6 variant covers for this, 7 if you count one of the Virgins. And I really only like the Mike Del Mundo. The Ultimate Special one is also okay, but the rest of them are just fine. It's just... the Mike Del Mundo speaks to what this book is about. It's more family and personable and just great, and you get Spider-Man doing some laundry on the cover, and it's just so good. So good. All right, guys, that is the #1 book that I think you guys have to be picking up this week, and you truly do. Put it on pre-order if you haven't already and pick it up. But let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the not top 3, but the books you gotta see. Alright guys, the not top 3 is all the books that are on my pull list that did not make the top 3 list. Because all these books are worthy of picking up because they are great stories and I'm enjoying every single one of them. So let's go ahead and dive into this list. Again, I'm just going to give you little nuggets. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So first up is Batman Brave and the Bold, issue number 11. An amazing anthology series. Seriously, guys, if you are a fan of Batman, be reading this book. You get so many cool stories with characters throughout the Batman mythos. It is so good. I am absolutely loving this series, and the cover is by Simon DeMeo. So good. This cover is amazing. Next up, Daredevil, issue number 7. Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Kuder. Even though Aaron Kuder's not on every single issue, which is a complete bummer because his artwork definitely helps this story. It elevates it because the story itself, in my opinion, is only okay. I'm enjoying it though. I love Daredevil as a character, so this book is staying on the pull list. I just wish it could be better. Be better. Next up, Detective Comics, issue number 1083. I'm not enjoying this story at all. I just started reading it like 3 issues ago. Even though I've never stopped collecting this book, I just fell it off because I didn't like the story. And I was like, you know what? Chris over at Lost in Comics absolutely loves the story. I gotta be wrong about it. I dove back in. No, I don't like it. So, but it's gonna be on the pull list because I'm just always gonna pull Detective. Now, next up is End After End, issue number 9. The final issue of this really cool story from David Andry and Tim Daniels. And guys, it's a lot of fun. But issue number 8 came out so long ago. I could not find it. I have so many long boxes just full of books that I need to organize again because I did some organization last summer and then I just, forgot to keep doing that. So it's in one of my boxes downstairs. It's a really fun story about someone who dies and then the aftermath of dying and lots of crazy stuff happens. It's really, really cool. So guys, next up is Green Arrow, issue number 10. Fun story. I'm really enjoying it, and I like where they're going with it because they're tying in Amanda Waller, and it's the Green Arrow family. Batman has his family. I love that there's an Arrow family, and they're so cool. Next up, The Incredible Hulk, issue number 10. Philip Kennedy Johnson. Where is this story going? Every single issue seems to be almost like a one-shot, or they're like 2 issue arcs. We need a more solid storyline because we get lots of monsters being introduced, but your whole story arc so far through 10 issues feels really weak to me, and I'm not really enjoying it, and I want to enjoy it because I want to enjoy the Hulk book. We have the same name, Bruce and Bruce. I want to love it. Guys, next up, Masterpiece, issue number 4. Brian Michael Bendis telling a really cool story about this little girl, and she's the daughter of 2 of the best thieves in the world. And then the person that they last stole from is this really nasty, terrible human being, and he's coming after the little girl, and her parents are dead. So she is having to deal with that, and it's freaking awesome. Now, guys, next up, Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 18. It's good again. This story by Cody Ziegler has been up and down and up and down, and it's good again. I'm really, really enjoying it. And the next issue is issue number 300. Now, guys, next up, or this one right here, issue number 18 is legacy issue number 300. Now, next up is The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, issue number 8. Issue number 9, I didn't love. It was long, it was wordy. And I don't know, but they were talking about this character of Frankenstein, and it was okay. We're getting his whole backstory, and just, I don't know, do we really need this in this book? I don't think we do, but this next issue, I believe, is going to cap off, or it's the second part of that story arc. I don't know, but I'm sticking with it because I like the overall story, and I like the other characters in this book. Now, next up is The Penguin, issue number 8. Now, this is coming from Tom King, and it's such a cool story. The Penguin, like, faked his death and tried to, like, leave the life of crime, but then he realized he can never leave the life of crime, so he's trying to work his way back in, and this whole story is so cool. And the last few issues have been a history of how Batman and Penguin came to know each other and how they started working together at first. Really freaking cool. Read The Penguin. It's a great book. Next up, Sam and Twitch Case Files. I already talked about it in the new number 1s. Pick it up. After that, Thunderbolts, issue number 4. This is the final issue of this 4-story story arc. I loved the first issue. I thought it was really good, and then it got worse and worse. Issue number 3 was so cheesy. So I'm sad that this book written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly didn't really pan out. I really wish it could have been better. I really do. But you know what? Maybe issue number 4 is going to be really fun, and they'll get another run. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bummed. Now, the last one is Zorro Man of the Dead, issue number 3, coming from Sean Gordon Murphy. Issue number 1, I didn't love. Issue number 2 was a ton of fun. It was really, really fun. This is only going to be a 4-issue miniseries, so there's only 2 more issues after this. Or actually, no, this is issue number 3, and then this is going to be issue number 4. His artwork is fantastic. His storytelling is so great, and it really did pick up in issue number 2. So I'm really looking forward to issue number 3. All right, guys, that is the not top 3, but the books you gotta see. We can go ahead and wrap this video up and find out who won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, we are at the end of today's video, and it is time to find out who won last week's video. But before we do that, I want to take just a second and thank every one of you who've watched from the beginning of the video to this point in the video right now, or even if you skipped around and just checked out this video. Thank you guys so much, and you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And guys, do me a favor, if you haven't smashed that like button just yet, do me a favor and smash that like button. And last but not least, if you watched that video and you guys enjoy comic content and you guys are not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, let's go ahead and cut up close and find out who won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, you know how we do this. First we find last week's giveaway, which is right here. And then we go ahead and click that. And then once we're here, we're going to hit pause, and then we're going to copy the URL, and then we're going to come over here, and then we're going to paste the URL into this website, YouTube Random Comment Picker. And then we're going to go ahead and hit fetch. And not anything goes. We always do keyword filter, hashtag I love comic books. Then we hit continue. We find out how many of you guys actually left a comment with that hashtag. There were 67 of you. That might be an all-time high. But guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and find out who won last week's giveaway in 3, 2, 1, and the winner was RoboFawar57. I'm totally butchering that, but that's a classic thing for me to do. Rob, congratulations! Rob, congratulations! Now, I'll make sure your screen name is up on screen right now, just in case you miss it in the last shot. But congratulations on winning last week's giveaway. Now, what I need you to do is to go over to Instagram and slide into our DMs. Our handle is right here, and give us your address, and I will get your book shipped out to you in the next couple of weeks. Now, I do have 3 giveaways packed. So I have the first week of March, second week of March, and last week's all packed up and ready to go, and I'll get them shipped out on Tuesday. which is tomorrow the 26th, and I'll send each one of you guys a tracking for your giveaway, so that way you guys can, you know, track your goodness as it gets close to you. All right, guys, so if you guys are interested in entering next week's giveaway, you need to do these 4 things. I missed one last week. First, you need to live in the United States of America. Second, you need to be subscribed to the channel. Third, you need to leave a comment on the video. And fourth, and the last thing that you need to do is leave the hashtag #ILoveComicBooks. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. And I might only have 2 videos this week. My kids are off on Thursday and Friday and Monday and Tuesday for Easter. Why they need 4 days off for Easter, I have no idea. I don't think I ever got off a day for Easter in my life when I was in school. But guys, so yeah, that's probably going to be the main reason why I probably only have 2 videos this week, is because I need to really focus on my family and not making YouTube videos. So I will have final order cutoff, speculation, and recommendations at the end of the week for you guys, and I'll try to squeeze one in, but most likely not. All right, guys, have yourself a great rest of your week, a great new comic book day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.